Hey guys, in today's video, I want to talk about iOS 17.4. Now, the first beta for this software was released on January 25th. 5 days later, out of nowhere, Apple re-released the software, the same iOS 17.4 Beta 1 for developers, alongside the first public beta for iOS 17.4. Now, I'm not sure what Apple did with the re-release of iOS 17.4 developer beta, but ever since that point, things really changed for the better. And I have some good news that I wanted to share with you guys. I'm really excited to share the details in today's video. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, of course, if you want to learn more about iOS 17.4, I have my entire coverage for the first beta linked in the description down below. Now, with iOS 17.4, the re-release, Apple added one additional feature for the EU, and that is the ability to choose a custom default browser. But again, this is only available for the EU. Now, for those of you that don't know what this means, let's say you get a link within Messages, you click on that link, typically it will open within Safari. Well, now you'll be able to choose any browser you want. Again, this is only for the EU, and you can select a custom default browser. However, aside from that, I couldn't really tell anything else was new, of course, until now after using iOS 17.4 re-release for about 4 to 5 days. And let me start off with some of the issues that Apple has addressed here. Number one, Wi-Fi issues. You may remember poor Wi-Fi connection within iOS 17.2, 17.3. I continue to report this issue. However, with iOS 17.4, the latest beta release, I haven't encountered any Wi-Fi issues ever since. No Wi-Fi disconnecting randomly, no poor Wi-Fi connection. So I'm happy to report that it looks like iOS 17.4 has finally addressed some of these Wi-Fi issues, and that is on the re-release version of iOS 17.4. Now, I also reported some issues with the cell service, where my iPhone would randomly disconnect from the cell service in areas where I typically have service for more than a minute or two at times. I have to say that throughout the past couple of days, I haven't encountered not one issue with the cell service disconnecting from my iPhone, which is, of course, another great piece of information and news to share with you guys. Now, I also reported that my iPhone gave me this message right here: charging on hold, or charging will resume when iPhone returns to normal temperature. Now, you may remember earlier when the iPhone 15 first launched, there was issue where the iPhone was overheating. I thought these issues were going to come back with iOS 17.4 re-release. Again, I haven't seen this prompt again on the iPhone. So with the first beta I did, with the re-release, it's gone. And over the past 4 days, I usually charge at the same time, same places. I haven't seen my iPhone get too hot where it has to put the charging on hold again. Good news in the battery department as well. I want to talk about the battery within iOS 17.4. You may remember that battery, although isn't the best, it isn't the worst with iOS 17.4. I continue to struggle slightly within iOS 17.4, but it is beta software. However, I've seen major improvements from the first beta to the re-release as well. So although battery could be better, it's definitely improved with this latest beta as well. And last but not least, I want to talk about benchmarks. The benchmarks are looking good as well here. Single core score 2,803 and multi-core score 6,920. So those numbers are looking pretty good here as well. So overall, iOS 17.4, the re-release, appears that Apple, I don't know exactly what they did, but they addressed so many issues, at least in my experience so far. I would like to hear from you in those comments down below. If you're running the beta, are you running into any issues, overheating, Wi-Fi, cell service, whatever it is? I would like to hear from you because I'm having a great experience so far with the re-release. Thank you for watching. I just wanted to share that good news with you guys. Hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.